Okay. Well, we're at Madison Supercharger. I'm in a Loner 60. As you can tell, I'm out of breath. Very nice gentleman helped me just push this car to the supercharger. Barely made it. We're both out of breath. Surprisingly, a 5,000 pound Model S is easier to push than one would realize. So, well, got something in there now. I just wanted to make sure we wouldn't be totally screwed. Okay, so basically, brakes kind of locked up, it seemed like. At least that's what it felt. I had 10 miles left, and I was about 3 blocks that way. No, maybe a little more. I was outside the, I would say it's a quarter mile to go around the mall here. Whew. And it felt like the brakes locked up. Car was saying both pedals depressed, only one pedal was. God, it's freaking hot. 90 degrees out and pushing a Model S. At least it's not humid. Say hi, Vinny. Say hi, Gino.
Look, Dad, there's T.
Oh, there's another T.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Hi, T.
Basically, I was coming actually from the other direction. I was right over there, and all of a sudden, because the brakes were dragging, quiet, Gino. The brakes were dragging. That power dropped like a rock. I would have recorded it if I could. I was more concerned of getting off the main road. Gene, quiet. And then all it does is you watch that power meter drop and says, please pull over safely. Car is shutting down. So I got off and I kind of coasted into a parking space. So let's start the supercharging again here. 301 volts the battery pack is currently at. Oh no, 278. So this one cut out at a higher voltage than my 60 did when I ran it out. So anyways, a very nice gentleman helped me push it over here. Actually only took about a minute to push it here. Hard part was getting it moving. Once it was moving, it actually coasted really well, but there was no power steering or power brakes. The brakes weren't the issue. Power steering was a little bit of a, not having that was a little bit of a rough one. Oh yeah, and I did get it into tow mode right away. Energy. It's only doing 58 kilowatts. Now what happens is, as long as I'm stuck in this predicament, basically what happens is if you run it to the point where it says vehicle shutting down, pull over safely, and if you run the battery that low, what happens is the car will go into a protective mode of the battery pack, which means even if you plug it into a supercharger, it's going to start the charging speeds at a very low level. Now, when mine happened, I was down to, I think it was only doing 1 kilowatt or 2 kilo, and then 2 back and forth between those. And then once it got to 1% in the battery pack, it's kind of like a testing phase. It's going through some checks to make sure the battery pack isn't damaged. So once it went through that, then it starts ramping up the charging, as you can see now. So if everything goes according to plan, this will start ramping up to about 105 kilowatts. At least that's what it was on my 60. Rumor has it 111 on the newer 60s. Well, this is an autopilot 60. This one's a little older than the one I had the last time. This one's been 7780.
Daddy, number 1.
So basically that's it. The worst part about it is trying to push it. And it was kind of weird because I went through 10 miles of range and approximately a quarter mile dragging the brake with the brakes on. I think I was pushing 60 to 100 kilowatts to get this thing to move, and then it just dropped like a rock. So I think maybe the reason why it dropped so much or so quickly to the shutdown point was because I was pulling so many kilowatts. Iced tea break. I was pulling so many kilowatts, the voltage drop on the cells was immense. I'm guessing if I was just running low and didn't have dragging brakes, I think what would have happened was I'd be able to pull, especially creeping along at 10 miles an hour or less. I think I would have been able to make it because there wouldn't be such a surge on those batteries. The voltage drop wouldn't have been as low. So I'm going to charge up. It's a Saturday afternoon, so that means no service center is open, and I'm 100 miles from home. So hopefully, after I put it in tow mode, everything seemed to work okay. But we'll check it again. But otherwise, at the moment, everything seems to be running in a fair manner. Clocking out. Oh, say hi.
Where'd you throw it?
Jenny.